Support provided by Lafayette Travel, Red Stick Sports, the U.S. Army Baton Rouge Recruiting Battalion, the LSU Alumni Association, and the Cook Hotel and Conference Center at LSU.
Let's go down to a South End Conference meeting down in Thibodaux, and that's where the Colonels from Nicholls State, who haven't been home in over a month, welcome the Cowboys and Matt Viator from McNeese, as McNeese had coming off of a win at home. But remember what Matt Viator said. This Nicholls team reminds me a lot of us, a team desperate for a win, trying to get back in the win column, playing tough, plus McNeese in the afternoon kick for the first time all season. Ian Rodrigue gets his first start at quarterback. Deuce Hogan is sidelined. Rodrigue is from Thibodaux, played at Thibodaux High School, so right there at Nicholls. And look what he does. A couple of big completions, a big scramble, and then Rodrigue off to the races. 34 yards for the touchdown. It's 7-0 Nicholls. Trouble for Jake Strong, your reigning South End Conference Offensive Player of the Week. We talked about the rain. It was raining in this ball game, and you see the wet ball gets behind him. It's a loss of 16. Mikael Brockstead on the end around. This is good for 15 yards for the Colonels. Look at him break some tackles, the toughness. He even straightens out his face mask and keeps going. Leads to a field goal. It's now 10-0 for the Colonels. Early second quarter, Jake Strong, Cameron Senegal, 45 yards. Look at the concentration on the tip drill and the reach backwards to bring that ball in. An outstanding catch indeed. Very next play, Strong to Logan Malden, 20 yards here on the touchdown, and just like that, McNeese answers, and it's 10-7. Third quarter, same score. Strong rolling outside, trying to avoid pressure, throws it into coverage, and it's intercepted by Ty Marsh. And look at Marsh fight his way back. 45 yards on his second pick six of the season, gets it into the end zone, and it's 17-7 Nicholls. Then the Colonels decided to be the only team to play with the ball. 3rd and 4, Rodrigue to Jackson Dufresne for 13 yards. 3rd and 11, Rodrigue to Danye Brooks. This is 13 yards. They got the ball with 8.5 minutes left in the third quarter. 2nd and 7, Rodrigue under center, shotguns it, keeps it, 10 yards, first down. Shane Lee, Scott, caps off a 17-play, 86-yard, 8-minute, 42-second drive with a 1-yard touchdown. And now the Colonels and Tommy Rybacki are pulling away later from an 18-play drive to a 1-play drive. Rodrigue to Karaz Johnson, 69 yards on the touchdown. And the Colonels make it a laugher. They run away with it for the second win of the season and the first win since week 0. 31-7 is the final score. A disappointing loss for the Cowboys, but that Saturday was all about the Nicholls Colonels. Brock, 17 carries for 104 yards, had 16 receiving yards. Next game for McNeese at home against the Demons from Northwestern State. Next game for Nicholls at home against Houston Christian. We'll hear more about both of those teams in just a moment. So look, we've talked about some of these teams that have struggled, and the record shows it, but we have talked about how there's been that fight. Nicholls was at Lamar, the highest ranked team in the South End Conference, tied up with 4 minutes to go until a punt return beat them. So we've seen the fight. Now you see the results, right? We've talked about it. You just bide your time, work at it. They saw the results.
Well, and if you're playing physical football, if you're able to do things in the trenches, win or lose, you have a chance every single week to win. And I think it all came together for Nicholls yesterday. You get into that game early on, and it's some precipitation. You look around your team and you say, do I like our O-line versus their D-line? Do I like our backs versus their linebackers? You basically take the wide receivers and DBs out of it when you get into the precipitation-type games. And Nicholls obviously liked their chances. They ran the ball over 300 yards rushing, 11-16 on third down, so the offense came alive.
Yeah, and that third quarter was just, they really put a statement on there when they got the ball, ended the third quarter with 8 minutes to go, carried it over, and then finally scored that touchdown on that drive. Deuce Hogan not available because of injury, but what about the story that you have with Ian Rodrigue, the starting quarterback for Nicholls? Again, he played at Thibodaux High School. He's right there in the shadows of Nicholls University where he played high school. Scotty gets his first start and comes in and had no trouble on both sides. Look at what he did. 161 yards passing on 12 of 20. But he also ran the ball for 77 yards and another touchdown. How about that for a debut start when you have a very good McNeese team who was coming off a win come to your place?
Yeah, what a cool story to have the hometown kid playing and to play as well as he did. Obviously, he was a huge contributor to that 300 yards rushing, did a nice job in the passing game, took what the defense was giving him. So anytime you can play in front of your hometown, in front of your home crowd, have all your family and friends there, it just means a little bit more to you. And he had an outstanding game and really made this Nicholls offense go.
Yeah, remember now, Nicholls is now 2-2 in the South End Conference, and that's because their other win was also a conference win when they kicked off the entire college football season with the win at home in week 0 against UIW, but it was really nice to see the Colonel. Look, we talked about it for the last 4 weeks. They were on a 4-week road trip that is taking them everywhere except for home. They finally got to wake up in their own beds, play back. Yes, they fought the rain as well. Disappointing loss for the Cowboys now. They come off a big win at home, go on the road. Matt Viator warned everybody about it. We heard him say it on our show Saturday, and it came to be true. So now how do they rebound?
Yeah, it's tough. You come off a loss like this, you want to play a certain brand of football, and the other team that you just played against played your brand of football against you. It's defeating to lose that way. I think if you're McNeese, you got to find a way offensively to get a little more production, especially Jake Strong's been doing a lot of the producing on the offense side of the ball, finding other ways to get the ball down the field. He's been running the ball, he's been throwing the ball a lot, so somebody else has to emerge in that offense to become a playmaker.